Hi, today I'm going to be doing my speech on marijuana, and here's my audience.
Hey.
So marijuana's come a long way since its first introduction with the movie Reefer Madness. It was a film that was produced in 1938. It was an American propaganda film that really showed uh, a highly exaggerated effects of the drug on the American teenage youth. It was produced to scare people into thinking that it was a highly elevated drug that would make you go crazy. Although the federal government categorizes marijuana as a class 1 substance that has a high potential for dependency and no medical use, there has been much medical research to show the benefits of marijuana. One of the most versatile and effective plants on earth, and it is being recognized in many states as something that can do more help than harm. So many states are starting to legalize it for medicinal uses and even recreational. And today I'm going to be speaking about the many benefits of the marijuana plant in everyday life, along with the medicinal implications of the drug and the new legalizations affecting the United States. So I'm sure you're wondering about the medicinal benefits. Uh, there are many that can come from marijuana. I'm sure you know about some, but I'm going to inform you about a lot more. Uh, so there's actually the term medicinal marijuana refers to using the entire whole plant, unprocessed, or the basic extracts, and that is not approved by the FDA. Studies on the chemicals in marijuana, which are called cannabinoids, led to 2 FDA-approved drugs that are containing the chemicals in the cannabinoid oils in a pill form. The cannabinoids are chemicals related to THC, which is the tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the main mind-altering component in marijuana. There are over 100 other cannabinoids that are in the plant. Your body also produces natural cannabinoids, which are used to regulate pleasure, memory, thinking, movement, appetite, control, concentration, pain, and your senses. The other chemical researchers are interested in is CBD, which is cannabidiol, which can treat childhood epilepsy. THC will help increase your appetite and decrease your nausea. It also helps to decrease pain, inflammation, and muscle control problems. CBD is useful in decreasing pain, inflammation. It helps controlling epileptic seizures and possibly treating mental illness and addiction. Studies are being conducted to use marijuana to treat autoimmune diseases like HIV and AIDS, MS, Alzheimer's, Crohn's disease, inflammation, chronic pain, seizures, fibromyalgia, migraines, and more. Something that's not known about me is my mother passed away in 2002. She was an MS sufferer, and she was in support of a lot of the studies that were using marijuana as a substance to help with pain. Although out of all the different names that there were for marijuana, she was in favor of calling it cannabis or hemp. The cannabis plant is one of the most versatile and effective plants on the world. Its uses can be traced back thousands of years before Christ, and the products that can be made from the plant are endless. There are an estimated 50,000 commercial uses for the plant. It can be used for medicine, fuel, paper, food, rope, maps, clothes, nets, lace, soap, sails, shoes, plastics, explosives, methanol, gas, fiber for fuel, bricks, lubrication oil, oil for lights, oil for fuel, animal food, and many more things. Biomass is the amount of plant material that can be converted to fuel. It's usually done by gasification. Methanol is biomass, which can be converted into any kind of energy. And when biomass of cannabis is converted to fuel, there are no harmful waste products and no pollution. So cannabis could be a resolution to a pollution problem that we have here in the United States. It could be a way that we could fuel many different items without polluting our air. Hemp can be converted to methane, methanol, or petrol. It can be used to fuel many different items, and it was actually used as a methanol petrol produced from hemp seeds that ran Henry Ford's first Model T. 75 to 90% of the paper used for books, maps, Bibles, banknotes, and newspapers was hemp until about 1883. Since the 1st century AD, the Chinese, and since Europe in the 5th century had also used hemp. It can be harvested in about 3 to 6 months, where a tree would usually take about 30 years to grow before it could be harvested. And the hemp plant will usually produce about double the amount of fiber, and there's no chemicals used in the process for paper pulping. Hemp seeds were also a staple for food. They were a crop for many years, and they were made into a porridge called gruel. The oil from the seeds also contains the highest amount of fatty acids in the plant world, and the oil helped clear the human system of cholesterol, which could also help today in reducing cholesterol in humans. In 1938, Popular Mechanics stated that hemp was the standard fiber of the world, and the original Levi's jeans were originally made from hemp. Approximately 90% of their sales and most nets, rope, and fibers made from cannabis were made this way until the turn of the century. Hemp seed oil was used for most of the lighting in the world because it burns with even light, produces no soot, and also can be used as a lubricant. With all the many uses that have come to light about the cannabis plant and the medical research that have been conducted, now state governments are seeing that it can have its purposes. 23 states, including the District of Columbia and Guam, have legalized marijuana for medicinal uses, with Colorado and Washington legalizing it recreationally. California was the first state with Proposition 215 in 1996. 17 other states have approved use of low THC and high CBD for medicinal reasons. Although the federal government still classifies marijuana as a Class 1 substance, which under the Controlled Substance Act as a Schedule I substance, it's categorized as having a high potential for dependency with no medicinal use, and distribution is still considered a federal offense. Obama did send a memo in October of 2009 to the federal prosecutor's office encouraging them not to prosecute people who distribute medicinal marijuana in accordance with their state laws. In August of 2013, the Department of Justice announced an update in their marijuana policy. Marijuana is still illegal federally, but the United States Department of Justice expects states like Colorado and Washington to create strong state-based enforcement efforts and will defer the right to challenge their legalization law at this time. States with medical marijuana have some form of patient registry to provide some sort of protection. Since the federal law says that no prescription can be written for marijuana, doctors have to say that they are a recommendation or a referral. With the many changing viewpoints and scientific findings from 1996 till the present day, marijuana has been shown to be a versatile and economic seed, oil, plant, food, textile, and many more items. Medicinal marijuana can also help many people that are suffering in pain from a wide range of illnesses, and in some states can be used recreationally. So what was once considered to be a substance with a high potential for dependency might now just be slightly mind altering with the potential for an increased appetite and decreased nausea.